The Uganda Revenue Authority has reported a surplus in its financial performance of 39 billion Uganda shillings. The tax collectors collected over 6,200 billion Uganda shillings in the financial year 2011-2012. This was against a target of over 6,100 billion Uganda shillings. The tax collectors contributed 65% to the national budget in the last financial year against the target requirement of 63%. The surplus collections were as a result of the improved performance of the banking sector, telecom sector, manufacturing and electricity. These helped the tax collectors to wipe out the shortfall realized in the first half of the financial year and later generated the surplus in the last half of the same financial year. According to Allen Kajina, the increased performance was exclusively derived from the good domestic tax performance, complemented by the reforms rolled out at the beginning of the financial year.
And because those were the difficult months of the year, many of the MTOs and actually LTOs as well had understated their provisionals because that was a difficult year. As it turned out, the next 6 months were not that bad. We saw the inflation coming down, the interest rates coming down. Companies began to access credit, so companies became more profitable in the next 6 months.
However, the shortfalls that overtook the first half of the financial year directly impacted on the performance of the general economy. The economy performed below the target of 6.7%, down to 3.2%. The negative performance is attributed to drought, the weak demand of the exports, the high international fuel prices, the imported inflation, and the weakening shilling.
Until last financial year, the Ugandan economy has been very, very resilient over the last decade, actually perhaps 15 years. It's mainly because we incentivize, because we encourage investment in Uganda rather than exporting by importing things, exporting your wealth by importing cheap things.
The tax collectors also attribute the good performance to the tactical unearthing of the smugglers' antics. The smugglers had gone an extreme of using dead bodies to move and distribute drugs and other smuggled goods to different destinations. Ambulances attached to international hospitals were also used to move the smuggled goods within the country to different places.
Drugs, like for this particular case, then you have the drugs stuffed in the dead body. So you'll have to operate the dead body to remove the drugs. At least we have had about 4 cases of this.
The Uganda Revenue Authority is, however, rolling out other complementary strategies to ensure these financial target collections are achieved. The tax collectors have a target of over 7 trillion Uganda shillings this financial year, and strategies such as increased client base, improved quality services, increased tax compliance are expected to help meet the target. Nankwanga Yunus Kasirye, Amina Nabu Kenya, NBS Television, Business.